everybody, this is Pat
And I'm Heidi.
from Rain Country. God is good all the time.
And Cody. Little Miss Cody.
And we have the annoying licking little dog.
Oh, he's so sweet.
So anyway, we just wanted to stop in here and tell you all about what we've been doing.
Yeah.
And it'll take all but 30 seconds.
Well, at least today, because it's pouring down rain, so there isn't much that Mr. Rain can do today.
We've been mowing. We've been working on lawnmowers.
He has.
And working on a roof. The end.
So yes, when he says we, he means he and himself.
And the boys come over to help.
Yeah, actually.
When they get some time, they come over and give me a hand. We'll tear off an assembly. We're taking the whole roof off down to the trusses.
Yep.
And there's a little bit of rot repair, but not bad. The old OSB that was up there, a 7/16 OSB, and it got wet all around the edges. The last time the roof got installed, there was no drip flashing installed on the roof. So OSB around here acts like a sponge. We have 300% humidity here, so so we live in basically under the water, and OSB doesn't do well in water. Anyway, all jokes aside, yeah, we have high humidity, and any little bit of moisture that OSB gets exposed to ends up being not so good of a thing on the roof. On the walls, it's okay, but on the roof, not so good. We got 3/8 inch CDX plywood on the old part of the house, and it's, like I say, 7/16 OSB on the addition, and that's the room that we're in right now, a 1,200 square foot room. And so we're replacing all of that with 5/8 plywood CDX, and we're going to put a metal roof on there. So anyway, that's kind of what we've been doing as far as me and the boys, and not sure what Cody's doing.
He's trying to dig his way down to make a bed in the hall. He's digging.
He likes it when me and Mama are sitting together. He has to be apart. So anyway, yeah.
So that's about it about the roof. Is all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been remodeling a John Deere 111 lawnmower that we acquired with the property. We got a Husqvarna. I can't remember what the model number is, but
It's a newer one. It's only like a year or two.
It's only a couple of years old, a year old maybe. And so the old John Deere lawnmower, it's actually built huskier than some of the new stuff. It's engineer obsolescence.
Right.
So I went ahead and replaced the bearings in the drive works for the mower deck, and
I still got to try to get your video clips all gathered up that you did on that, so I can do a video on that.
Okay.
So he did take some video clips. It's just I got to gather them all up because sometimes he uses his phone, sometimes he uses the camcorder, the old camcorder, and sometimes he uses that new little digital one that we have.
oh yeah, the little action cam.
Yeah, the action cam.
A little cheap one. Anyway, so that's kind of what Mr. Rain's been doing. I've been down there helping my dad a little bit, beside his house. We put hardy lap on that, and I got to go back down after I finish the roof here. So far, we've just got most of it sheeted. Both the valleys are sheeted. I had to do some valley work, and now we have just one more section to strip and resheet, and then I'll be putting metal on it.
Yeah, metal roof. This will be nice. Definitely, when you live in a place like this, metal is the way to go. And
right.
So it'll be nice to have that on there. It should last for the rest of our lives, at least.
Right.
I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep. With the 5/8 plywood in there, that's overkill. So
the roof that's on there, it's been about 23 years. It was right at 23 years ago that we had this room added on, or that we rebuilt this room and made it bigger, and then put the new roof on the whole house. So yeah, it's getting to be about time.
It's about 9 or 10 years premature, but around here,
Supposedly it was 30-year roof.
yeah, the wet rain is hard on roofs around here. So
as far as the garden goes, this is going to be my garden update. I'm just going to talk about a few things instead of doing a whole separate video just on anything out there because, well, today it's really wet and the front yard and side yard gardens are kind of got gutters laying on them or near them and pieces of roofing and new roof that's getting ready to go up, so it's kind of a mess out there right now. But I can still show you some pictures of updates that are things that are happening. My little quince tree we just got this year actually has fruit on it, and so I'm really excited because I haven't had a quince since I was about 14 years old, and I was the person that would eat them right off the tree just like that. So some people
sourpuss.
I loved them.
Yeah, Mr. Rain has been stomping all over the flower beds and
Yes,
messed up her favorite.
my valerian. I did talk
Dropped
about
a piece of old sheeting right on top of it. The wind caught. I was working on a roof, tore off a piece of OSB full sheet, and the wind caught it just right. And I was throwing it into the back of the dump truck to haul away, along with all the other roofing, and the wind caught it and kind of tossed it back into the flower bed. So
if it would have landed on the marshmallow, no big deal because I have tons of marshmallow. The marshmallow is like right just like a couple feet away from the valerian, but I don't have that much valerian, and it busted it clear down to the base. But the cool thing is, I just looked at it yesterday, and it's got new flowers coming on it. The leaves have been going crazy. I figured that might happen. I was still really bummed, but I didn't blame Mr. Rain for it. It wasn't his fault. It just happened.
She stopped beating on me with that fried cast iron, but
I was disappointed, but I was not angry at him. But anyway, yeah, it's got a lot of new life coming on it, so it's looking really good. So then what I did was I went and cut down, not all the way, but I'm probably going to cut it back some more, the valerian out back, so I can encourage it to bush out. But I did cut the top out off of the one in back, and I see a bunch of new growth coming on it, like would be expected. You know, that's typically what plants will do, but sometimes you don't know with different varieties. Some of them can't take that kind of abuse as well as others, so you just never really know. But the valerian's going
now
crazy.
you know.
Now you know.
I took it right off down to the root line.
Pretty much. But it was, what I say, 8 feet tall, and it was this 1 foot tall by the time, and it was pretty sad. But the cool thing is at least it was a lesson, I was able to say, okay, now I know that we can just hack it clear back, and it's going to come back, and it's going to be just fine. So, and other things, my blueberries are going crazy. I haven't been able to keep up on picking them, because I've just had so many other things going on, but I try to get out there and pick a few each day. But, for blueberries in pots, they do great. My currants have been getting ripe, so I've been combining them together, and I plan on shooting a video today, actually, on making blueberry currant and rhubarb popsicles, creamsicles. So I'm going to be doing that today. My peas, been getting lots of the sugar peas or the snow peas. Finally, they're really behind, but you know what? They're healthy and they're gonna put out a lot of peas, and so what if they're late? It was worth the wait. They've been really tasty, so I've been putting we've been having salad pretty much every other night, sometimes every night, and I've been putting the snow peas in there and just love the snow peas in the salad. They just, add that extra flavor and crunch and more health benefits. And tomatoes are doing pretty good. I don't have any ripe yet. It just seems like with the weather like this, it always seems to take a long time for the tomatoes to get ripe, but there's a lot of tomatoes out there and the plants look great. Oh, and in the front yard garden, I'll go ahead and show a couple pictures. I did grab a couple. My sorghum is starting to do pretty good. We'll see what happens. I also planted some kohlrabi. I almost forgot, so it was kind of a spur of the moment thing. And little by little, I've been separating it out. I didn't think I'd put that many seeds in the ground, but boy, there's a lot of little plants in there. And so things are coming along. A lot of things, like I've said before, come along slowly, but they're still coming along. Anyway, I wanted to keep the garden thing short just to give you a quick update. We are getting some vegetation, definitely lots of lettuce, so that's always a plus. At least lettuce doesn't mind the cold weather.
Right.
Cold and wet. The property. What's going,
Mowing.
mowing? Actually, more mowing needs to go
And
on
actually,
already.
we're doing some mowing on the property.
But he hasn't been able to get out there and mow it when it's nice because he has to get the roof done.
So if anybody knows of anybody who's selling a hay baler,
Yeah, because by the time you
For
get out
cheap.
there to mow it again, I know there's some more sections there that, I mean, some's still pretty short, but there's some other sections that are pretty long. When it's not raining, what do? What's more important, mowing the property or getting your roof done to protect your house?
well, the thing on the mowing is that some of it's a little bit rough. So you're running around there with a lawnmower, and the last guy, he did a lot of cleaning up down there, but he knew where to mow and how to mow. And that might sound a little bit funny, but you know, you got a little stub here, you got a little buried root there, and I've gone through a couple blades, taken some blades off, sharpened them, straightened out some of them. Some of them are beyond straightening, so I had to order some more. So it's been a crash course, literally, to
Yeah.
make sure that you don't hit that stump just right or whatever. So it's been a learning curve a little bit, and so got the backhoe, and eventually I've actually cleaned up a few little stubs so far, but there are more to come. So a little more leveling and truing up and different things, and we don't really want to build on the property yet.
No,
we kind of
not
want to
yet.
get a lay of the land. You know, there could possibly be a piece right next to it. We want to contact the landowner and see if they're interested in maybe selling a piece of that to go along with what we have.
That would
So,
be really nice if we
yeah.
could get that too.
So we
Really,
should
really
get into
nice.
contact with them. Probably a shot in the dark, but we could
Yeah.
ask anyhow.
Oh, and then also we're gonna have a family get together there this weekend on the 6th, and so we got a
Volleyball, badminton net.
yeah. I was gonna have you talk about that. Yeah, it's a combo set.
Typically, a volleyball net has bigger netting.
Yeah, so this is supposed to be strong enough for volleyball, but the netting is smaller to help keep the birdie from going straight through it.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, so we thought it'd be a good idea to get a combination set. And I'll put a picture of it here, but that's a picture from the website because I haven't even opened it up yet. So that should be fun, and hopefully it won't be like this. But even if it does rain, we can still go in the hangar. Yeah, we can still
We can
set
hang
up,
out in the hangar.
hang out in the hangar.
But we also have a horseshoe kit.
Oh, we got the horseshoe kit too.
So
We
I
got
need to
that
Get that
used
installed. Yeah.
from somebody, so we can get that set up, and so we kind of get busy. I plan on making some pies and some hamburgers and hamburger buns, and hopefully everybody else will bring a lot of goodies too. Should be fun. And then another update I wanted to give was on the chickens, just a real quick one, in case you haven't been following us real closely. I haven't been talking a lot about the chickens, but the chicks they've been fully integrated with the hens, with the adult chickens for a while now, for probably about a month maybe, and doing really good, very healthy, running around the yard. I mean, I was glad when I finally got to that point where I could let them totally free range with the hens, and there's one hen she's kind of mean to them, but the rest of them they all get along pretty good. And then I had one chicken that got real sick when she came out of her broodiness. I had two that went broody, and I decided to kind of let it run its course this time, and I took good care of them, but one still got really sick, and I did a separate video that will come out in a few weeks just on that and how I cared for her and got her back to full health. But she was very sick to the point that I was sure one night she was so bad I was sure the next day I was going to wake up to a dead chicken. But we got her back to full health, and
Did you tell them about our visitor we had?
our visitor.
We really wanted to visit the chickens, actually.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about that in another video. I think you
Oh,
mentioned
the raccoon?
the raccoon
Okay.
coming around. I never saw that one, but he did. So
It was trying its darndest to get in the chicken coop.
yeah.
It was climbing all over the playhouse and scratching and biting and doing whatever it could to get in the chicken house. And I went out there and ran him off a couple nights, and he never tore anything up.
We set up the live trap, but never
Yeah.
caught him. But
But yeah, I haven't seen him since. So
So hopefully, yeah. But thankfully, it's, you know, the chicken coop is built. I mean, raccoons are very tenacious, so I still get very nervous. But, you know, Mr. Rain, Patrick, he did a pretty good job. I mean, like I said, concrete flooring, everything's closed in really good. They would have a pretty hard time getting in there if they could ever get in there at all. So they
I built it like you would build a
have to take a rock and bust out a window or something. I
right
guess.
raccoon. But I framed it in just like you would a house with a stem
Yep.
wall and concrete floor in there,
Yeah,
and
so they can't dig underneath. That's for darn
6-inch
sure.
walls.
Yeah,
So anyway,
they're pretty well protected. And then, oh, and then one more thing I wanted to say before we finish up is that I do get, every so often, I get some new people that come in and they find out about, you know, that I'm making the skirts and stuff. And they go to my Etsy store looking for skirts, and then they say, "Where are your skirts? I can't find your skirts." Well, I put skirts up there. Sometimes I put as many as 5 or 6 skirts up in a week, because I remember that doesn't happen very often. I have to have a full week where I can just dedicate to skirt making. And every one of them sold. Bam, 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 bam. Typically they'll sell within an hour or within the day. I've had skirts sell within 10 minutes of putting them up, and it's just me doing them. It's just me. A lot of times Patrick will help me cut and rip fabric to get it ready, but a lot of times it's just me doing it, and I only have so many hours in the day when I have a garden to take care of and chickens to take care of and cooking and baking to do and videos to make. And like I've said, if you haven't seen my time management video, I'll go ahead and link to it up here so you can kind of get an idea what my day is like. Because, you know, just doing YouTube alone is a full-time job. It really is, right? I think it's more than a full-time job, because I'm putting 6 videos right now, putting 6 videos out a week. So that's 6 days a week of work. So,
and if
yeah.
I put a video out, it takes her a lot longer to.
And I think people, you know, if you're not making videos, it's a lot more than the time it takes to just sit here and record one. That's just a minor part of it. It's all the rest of the work involved, and it's hours worth. So
Usually talk videos don't take you as long.
yeah, these kind of videos don't take so long.
So you gotta.
Not having to move the camera around as much and
Right.
stuff. But I still usually add in photos, and that takes a while. And
If I could just get her up on the roof now.
no, I don't have time for that.
Get Cody to dig up some
I don't
shingles
have
or
time
something.
for that.
I'd make a good boss.
You're a
wouldn't I?
good digger. Why don't you dig up the shingles?
Huh.
He's sleeping.
There's no dig in him right now.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it for this week, and hopefully next week I might be able to get a real garden update video done for you and do a walkthrough of one of the gardens somewhere.
So that's about it for our updates.
Thanks for watching,
Take care.
and God bless.